Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out from Llewellyn Books this October. And it's already available for pre-order on the Llewellyn website or Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever books are sold. If you like my positive approach to tarot, you are going to absolutely adore this book because I'm going to show you how to tackle even the most toughest cards, the most frightening images that will pop up in a reading, and I'll show you how to apply it to your life constructively instead of just feeling helpless or negative when you see it in your reading. It's time for this month's oracle for August 2020 for the astrological signs. And in video 2, which is this video, we're going to go into the signs of Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So if you are a Cancer, or you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, this first message is going to be for you. All right, the Tower, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So for Cancer, there's been a lot of things shaking in your world. Whenever we see the Tower, it's saying old structures that you no longer need are getting swept away. It's also been a time of uncertainty, or just feeling like you're walking on unstable ground. However, this is now shifting, it's now moving. And the Tower also carries a great gift. You got that lightning bolt, which is kind of a symbol for an epiphany or an awakening. When you're out of the state of being in your head and worrying about and projecting what might happen, and instead you're awake, you're alert, you're coming back to earth, and you're able to act then. This is saying that there's some uncertainty or instability that might have been going on around home, finances, career, or money because of that Ten of Pentacles right next door. But now that is secure. So it's almost like the storm is passing and things are much more solid as we're moving forward than maybe they were before. It's also been a time when you had to really act quickly on your feet and adapt to changeable circumstances. So it really looks like you've done a good job of securing things. Right now is a time of home, family, connection. That Ten of Pentacles is also a card of legacy. So this could be a time where you're really setting your roots in, and you're also building something stronger. And the Tower in the past can indicate that just because something went through upheaval before, or just because something was lost or difficult in the past, does not guarantee that it's going to follow suit in this next year, especially. So that Ten of Pentacles can just indicate that it's time to get a little bit more grounded and feel a little bit more stable at this time. And then with these two very sober-minded, serious cards of the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of nice to have some levity. And here we see the Page of Cups, and he is an archetype of creativity, but also playfulness. This could be a time to not take things so seriously. It could be a time to relax a little bit more or cut yourself a break. You know, a lot of us are working so hard and no one's going to say, hey, you know what, they really need a break. Maybe they should take one. It's really up to you to really say, you know what, I'm actually taking this break for myself. I need to get rid of the tension and be a little less stressed out. And you also deserve it. Once we dodge a bullet like that Tower card or go through a huge upheaval in our life, it is a time as well to really replenish and get yourself into the state of stability again before you're able to move forward. So for Cancer this next month, take care of your feelings, really feel rooted in your home. These are very Cancerian pursuits and you shouldn't have a problem in that department. The next sign we're going to go over is the astrological sign of Leo. So if you're a Leo or you have a lot of Leo in your chart, this is going to be the message for you. And happy birthday to Leo, by the way. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. All right, interesting. So Ace of Cups is always a card of renewed passion. It's a card of rebirth. And it's also just a card of really communing with your spirit again. Whenever we see the Ace of Cups, it could be a time where joy is coming back. And it might just say, open yourself to joy. Joy isn't something that's going to come someday when you achieve something. Joy is right in front of you. You might not be able to see it. You might be so concerned with some practical concerns. Also, we got the two learning cards in the tarot, the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. And for me, both of these cards are associated with studying something, learning, educating yourself, or growing in some capacity. the education that you're going to be gaining is going to have long-term ramifications for you. It's going to benefit you in the long run. And the Page of Pentacles is wearing that red cap, which means he's absolutely passionate about what he's learning. And for Leo, this next month of August, it could just be a time where you're really revisiting what it is that makes you passionate, and also what it is that you're needing right now to really grow or learn or direct your life toward that is in alignment with what really brings you joy at this time. And sometimes we're just so concerned with like profiting off of something. That's what the main focus is. But the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles can also indicate rewards just for the sake of doing the activity. So this could be a time to really reinforce something that you've put on the shelf for a long time. It's time to take it off and really get involved in it again. And also that Three of Pentacles is a card of manifestation. I have a feeling between August and March of this next year for Leo, there's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of growing, and a lot of preparing your mind for what's to come. And it looks like something new might manifest. The plans are kind of getting underway. It's showing that you're already making that alternate plan. In fact, you can see the plans here that the monks are handing this figure, and drawn on the plans are the exact thing that the guy is building, the monastery. So this could just be a time to really draw up some plans and then proceed forward and really just do what it is that you dream to do, that you really want to do. But most importantly, open yourself up to joy. Any time spent on education, learning, or even studying something just for the fun of it is going to be well worth your while this next month. And then finally, we got the astrological sign of Virgo for this video. And so if you are a Virgo or you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, this next message is going to be for you. Five of Swords, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. So what I'm seeing with two fives, number one, fives in tarot readings are usually challenging cards. They indicate that a big issue's at hand. There's something that you have to make a decision about. And they're often cards that really drive home what you're placing your focus on. They often will tell you, you know what, this area of your focus isn't really helping you, so it's time to shift your perspective. In the case of the Five of Swords, the warning is, don't take on more than you can handle. You can see these overwhelmed squires in the background of the card who could not pick up all the five heavy swords at the same time, so they felt defeated, they gave up. And then you got this other guy in the foreground who's picking up 3 swords for now, and he's leaving the others for later. So this could just be a time for August, especially for Virgo, where you really want to pick your battles. You really want to be incisive about what you're deciding to do, and you don't want to be too overwhelmed by excessively making yourself do everything at this time. You got the Lovers card too, which indicates that maybe part of the things, maybe some of the things that you don't want to take on too much of are other people's issues. The Lovers card is a card of cooperation, collaborating, working with other people. And when we get that Five of Swords, it can really indicate that this next month might be challenging sometimes to work with some different personality types. And if you are a typical Virgo who is usually organized and has your stuff together and is showing up with your A game, it can get a little frustrating when you're having to work around people who are not doing the same thing or aren't quite matching your energy level. Finally, we got that Five of Cups, which really warns you about where you're placing your focus, whether it's on the flaws, the negativity, or on the gains. The Five of Cups does show there's something frustrating happening here. You got this figure who's looking at 3 spilled cups, and that is very disappointing. And he's just staring at those spilled cups, but he's neglecting that although 3 cups are lost, not all cups are lost. And in fact, behind him, there's still 2 cups standing. So this could just indicate that Virgo, again, this next month, really has to be selective about what they're placing their focus on. If they're nitpicking on something that's negative or bad or frustrating, well, it's just going to metastasize in your mind. You're going to feel even more frustrated. Instead, take that lesson from the Lovers card and identify with the angel on the card. Rise above the situation and just bless the people below you with all their flaws and foibles, and really just kind of know that that's just where they're at, and you don't need to get drawn into it. So that is this month's Oracle for part 2. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com and schedule a personal tarot session with me there. Otherwise, I hope you all have a safe and happy August, and do take care.